Hello everyone and welcome to another best of 3 in the Intel Extreme Masters Season 2. We are finishing Group B, or we're going for the last time into Group B, and of course there will be this best of 3 and another 2 to come. But yeah, as I said, we're starting with this one. It is KemPeR against SaSe. KemPeR, the Russian human, spawning in the bottom left spawn position of Secret Valley, with Alter first and with the barracks, and his opponent SaSe, the Swedish Night Elf, starting with Alter first as well. No Ancient of War just yet though. So quite an interesting build order, and he still only has 4 wisps in his mine, so relying a lot on the lumber harvesting early on. So I imagine he's gonna wanna go into Huntresses. Quite unusual to see such a long time spent with only 4 wisps in the mine. Now he's fully filling it up. And yeah, for those of you who don't remember, this best of 3 is basically entirely pointless when looking at the entire outcome of the tournament, because both these players are already out of the tournament. It does not matter at all who wins here. So this is only for pride, I guess, and perhaps that's why SaSe decides to go for his pretty uncommon build order here. But yeah, maybe that gives the players the chance to go and play a little bit out of the box here. And yeah, speaking of playing out of the box here, if KemPeR decides not to do so, then what we're gonna see here is some extremely unambitious creeping early on, not using a single militia, taking as quickly as possible and going for Rifleman Caster with a Naga second, and you know, in hopes of eventually pushing down the Night Elf opponent. But he's pulling some militia here immediately, even 4 militia. So is he just gonna go ahead and tower rush here? It looks like that might be the case. He scouted? Yes, he has scouted, and he may have seen that this is a Huntress build order, which means that SaSe is gonna have 0 units early on to support him here. Demon Hunter gets surrounded, but the IEM is taking a lot of damage as well. The IEM is getting away here, surround is being kept, and the Demon Hunter is voluntarily going down for the first time here. He stalled the militia for a little bit of time, and actually KemPeR decides to turn around here and not pursue the tower rush anymore. Ancient Protector is already being built in the back of the Night Elf base, and 2 wisps are being pulled here in anticipation of the human army coming to perhaps detonate onto the IEM, and if given the chance, then, you know, on the water metals as well. But now he should have realized that there is no tower rush following up here. Quite a strange opening here. And is he going to cancel this Ancient Protector eventually? I imagine he's probably gonna do so. But the IEM got some nice XP out of it, at least early on, and KemPeR is still taking quite quickly here. Demon Hunter is out, together with 1 hunt, 2nd hunt, and yeah, the Ancient Protector has been cancelled here. Still only... okay, now he starts taking. Still only 1 Ancient of War is what I was about to say, and yeah, therefore there are easily enough resources to support both the Huntress production from that 1 Ancient of War as well as the tech. So we're not gonna see any crazy massing here by him. Circlet for the IEM, level 2 as well. Demon Hunter did get boots and did sell his town portal. And it's just going for the IEM, and that one is going to take quite a lot of damage here, because the Demon Hunter and the Hunt are going to be able to chase him quite easily as long as he doesn't have Boots of Speed. The Hunts can easily hide here, there's no dust on the IEM yet either, and he is going to have to get Boots of Speed here as quickly as he possibly can. See, perhaps with a footman, yeah, trying to block with a footman here, and successful to just win a little bit of time. I think the Demon Hunter got the Boots of Speed here, so the IEM is gonna have to go to the shop on the left hand side, but he decides not to do so, and this is really painful. He has to stop this Demon Hunter right now with the footman at the same time. The block with the wisp though. The Demon Hunter gets another hit, gets almost surrounded here, and the IEM is getting into the back of his own base, or is he turns around for some reason for a second there, and the Demon Hunter doesn't have Boots of Speed, doesn't have a TP anymore, keep that in mind, and the IEM is gonna fall, but this Demon Hunter should probably never be able to leave the space, as long as, yeah, the Footman is not gonna be enough here, but the Militia as well should be enough to keep the base closed, but the Demon Hunter is not gonna get out of here anymore anyways. So what a strange game. We're gonna see the Demon Hunter die for the second time, the IEM has died for the first time here as well. We do not see the first Rifleman being produced yet, and the Demon Hunter falls. So yeah, both of the players are going a little bit crazy here early on. Perhaps not taking this all too seriously. The hunts continue. Yeah, Shadow Melting here. The night is not even close to be over. Let's take a look into the main base of... Okay, the hunts are leaving right now. Let's take a look into the main base of SaSe. The Demon Hunter is being rebuilt again. Shop is coming. Ancient Protector is coming again. So it looks like he's a little bit afraid of some pressure eventually on tier 2. And I mean, at some point, KemPeR is gonna push.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Or is gonna wanna push, but well, not so sure how well he's going to be able to do so, especially if he loses another hero here, which might be the case. The Naga gets another cold arrow in, and the hunts are faster than the Naga of KemPeR. Keep that in mind. So eventually they are gonna be able to catch up. He's passing. He didn't get the boots ever. So he's not gonna be able to pass those, and the hunt needs one more shot. I think he should deny here. He doesn't deny. The Naga is falling, and the Demon Hunter is back, and the Naga of SaSe has survived here. Even another Footman is going to be picked off. Is he getting greedy? Well, he's got another bunch of hunts here in the middle. So 2 Footmen are gonna fall here. This hunt should be surviving. And the block is not sufficient here by the Swedish player. Alright, some chaos here. The next block is coming in with a hunt, which is, yeah, enough to get the next Footman killed. So this is quite painful here for KemPeR. He's gonna have a very difficult mid game, because losing almost all of his Footmen, losing his level 2 IEM and losing his level 1 Naga takes all of his momentum out of the mid game. He's got very little of an army currently, and okay, still tier 2 only for SaSe. I would have imagined him going quite quickly for tier 3. I was just about to say, and it should be pretty easy for SaSe to, you know, get up to tier 3 right now and just get to bears, because KemPeR should be struggling to get a decently sized army. Then again, I think SaSe should follow up this decent... I mean, this is so strange, you know, calling it a decent early game after throwing his level 1 Demon Hunter down the drain twice. But still, he should, you know, exactly, and that's what he's doing here. He should follow this early game up with some more aggression, not giving his opponent the chance to creep ahead freely with the tiny army that he's got currently, because there needs to be a sufficient number of riflemen gathered up to, yeah, get into a good, into a decent position in fights, because as it is currently, it's super easy for SaSe to just, you know, trade a bit and kill Rifleman while pulling his own units away, because they are just so fast. And the Naga is not falling for a second time here, as the TP has been given to her, and she is going to survive. But another town portal pulled. As we can see, the very fast moving hunts have been able to micro back, and the 3 Dryads here for some point not rallied towards the middle.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The Demon Hunter is just finishing off the Script Camp, buying the Invo Potion. And KemPeR, yeah, is gonna have to consolidate here. Let's see, Naga's getting a heal potion, and he's moving out on the map again. After losing 2 riflemen here and the town portal. Yeah, hunts, they can make use of the fountain here, just need to make sure not to get too close to the creeps. So he doesn't want to waste any moonshoes unnecessarily, and now he's going for tier 3. I think that was probably a little bit overdue, but he is still looking strong here. And KemPeR is trying to get away with another creep camp, but SaSe is again gonna get aggressive, gonna stay aggressive here. And is he gonna get the mana burn in? He doesn't even need the mana burn, just last hitting with the Demon Hunter, getting the greater mana potion. This spell is not available apparently to get rid of the slow. Fog Lightning coming in here by the Naga, and the Naga of KemPeR is focused immediately. She has the heal potion, she's using it immediately. First Stride has fallen, second Stride is being focused right now. SaSe a little bit sloppy on his micro. The second Stride is falling already, and this is really not a great fight that SaSe is taking here. Even his Naga is in some trouble, but the Demon Hunter is given the Staff of Preservation and saving her. A Footman gets killed by the last remaining Dryad, but that was a bad engagement, giving away 2 of his Dryads here and taking so much damage on his Naga. And KemPeR is immediately following it up with the push here. It is 36 supply for SaSe still, 47 though for KemPeR. The Ancient Protector is going to have to march forward here. He's going to have to help defending. The Ancient of War is coming in as well. And Tier 3 is still far from being finished, and he could be there already. He could have a much easier time defending this. The Dryad spawning here is not microed carefully. It's being taken down immediately. The one problem for KemPeR currently is that this is super awkward with the water here. Usually he would just want to build the towers about here, but he cannot do so. So I guess here is the only spot that he can really build towers in. Then again, he doesn't even have a lumber mill yet. Alright, decides to build a farm there. Another hunt has fallen. The next Dryad spawning is again not microed in time. And KemPeR is just slowly pushing forward. SaSe trying to get the kill on one of these riflemen. Doesn't get the chance to do so yet. His tier 3 is soon to be finished. He really needs this shop to survive for that long, because he needs the Orb of Venom to deal with this push. And I think he should get the master upgrade in the Ancient of Lore in the back, just in case this one gets into serious trouble. IEM level 3 right now, immediately spawning his last level 1 water metal here, because he didn't skill just yet. No, didn't miss skill, he just got the water metal too late. Dryad's getting rid of it. The Ancient Protector is rooting in a very good position here. This is going to be so difficult to deal with for KemPeR, and he's going to have a difficult time pushing forward here, as far as I can tell. A lot of SaSe's units are low HP, but still, thus far, he's, except for these Dryads here that are, those corpses are really piling up, but except for those, he's kept a lot of stuff alive, and he's having the Orb of Venom right now on the Naga even, just to deal damage to all of those units from a range, and the Orb is dealing really significant amounts of damage in this particular situation. The Dryads have to fall back here. A bunch of Wisps is being pulled forward to repair the Ancient of War. Master upgrade is coming in the back now. He doesn't have a single bear out yet though. And yeah, look at the Naga just doing focus, or just doing one hit basically on a couple of these units over and over again, just to have the Orb effect working here. Demon Hunter moving around a little bit awkwardly. The Ancient Protector is still alive here, still helping SaSe defend this push here of KemPeR. And yeah, this position, it doesn't really seem to lead anywhere for KemPeR, so maybe he should just move around the bottom here and attack from the left hand side, where the position is super open, and it should be a lot easier for him to work against the really few units that SaSe does have here. Then again, I think KemPeR is really also committing a lot to these units, and maybe he should just go for a slower siege and take down this building and then this building, and just slowly push in. Because as it is, he's giving SaSe the time to get bears out. The water metal gets killed here. Yeah, and first rejuvenations are starting to work. He's now passing the orb onto the Demon Hunter, so it looks like he's getting ready to go out of his base and trade some. First bear is being morphed. I think this hunt is not really helping all too much. The Naga is being focused immediately. Wisp is coming out. I guess Detonate is gonna come in here. Or isn't it? The bear is being surrounded here in between the buildings by Wisp and the hiding hunt. Fog Lightning is coming by the Naga. He's committing really heavily here. Rejuvenation casted. He needs to take down that breaker just to get rid of the rejuvenation. It looks like this breaker isn't gonna get all too far. Demon Hunter is doing his best to defend here. 2 bears out in the meantime. He's not building another one though. SaSe is in really heavy lumber problems. He's producing more wisps. He's got 1,000 gold. And KemPeR is really struggling to get in here. But he's up by more than 10 supply. About 15. And again, he's passed the orb back to the Naga. No, actually he's got 2 orbs. So yeah, got a lot of gold, and yeah, he's valuing them quite greatly. Ancient Protector kills one of the riflemen here. The next rifleman, I'm not really sure how that one got there, but he is going to die here. Also finished by one of the trees, so no XP for the Night Elf. But the longer this goes, I think the more difficult it's gonna get for KemPeR, because the number of bears is not going to get any smaller. Next one is in production here already and is just spawning now. So one more rejuvenation right now. The Dryad is surviving. Finally, one of the Ancients of Lore is being taken down. So slowly KemPeR is pushing forward against this wall of Ancients. Also, the Nature's Blessing that he got extremely early on turned out to be quite helpful here in having those Ancients tank up front. But now as the Ancient of War has fallen as well, it looks like KemPeR is slowly pushing his way into the Night Elf's main base. The Ancient Protector is gonna fall as well. There are 3 bears out. The 4th one is gonna spawn. So he's gonna have 4 bears, level 3 Demon Hunter, level 2 Naga. And he's gonna have to take a fight right now. And he's getting a Tinker 3rd in the middle. That's an interesting choice. Pulling back out of his base. KemPeR, I don't think, needs to chase him here. You can't just take down Moonwell after Moonwell if SaSe decides to not take a fight here. And that's exactly what he's doing. Going for the Moonwell with full Moon Shoes. Plenty of Wisps are coming in for some detonates. The majority of stuff, actually all of the casters are out of mana right now. So this could be the time to fight for SaSe. Pocket Factory is being placed here at the bottom. The first bear is in some trouble. Another bear is spawning. That bear has been staffed. The IEM is still chasing it though. Now switching focus fire, rejuvenation cast on one of the bears. This one is falling. This one on the top is falling. At the same time, the Tinker is in some trouble. The Demon Hunter is getting some great damage done. At the bottom though, the Tinker is falling. The IEM is in some trouble as well though, and keep in mind he doesn't have a TP. If this IEM falls, then the game could completely turn around, and the Demon Hunter is still chasing after him. In the meantime, the bears are just taking care of one last Water Elemental, and both of the human heroes are about to fall here. The Naga does not have Boots of Speed, and the Demon Hunter is easily going to get the kill here. And all of a sudden, it's only 37 supply remaining for KemPeR. No heroes, while SaSe at about the same supply has the level 4 Demon Hunter and the level 3.5 Naga, which is easily enough to deal with this army. So KemPeR has to fall back, and SaSe has held on here. Thanks to KemPeR not being able to sufficiently keep his heroes alive. Rejuvenation is going to be cast onto the Demon Hunter.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
And SaSe, okay, I was just wondering, is he going to go ahead and immediately take the red camp after this? Looks like the answer is no for now. He might want to chase after these units, but they seem to be somewhat safe. So I guess SaSe is doing good to rebuild his shop here, to rebuild his second Ancient of Lore, and to get some more XP on his heroes. The Tinker, well, didn't really turn out to do all too much. But yeah, why not? Not gonna say no to seeing a Tinker in a somewhat competitive game, which is not Night Elf against Orc. So Rune Bracers is pretty sure going to be sold. I don't think the Fog Lightning is that big a factor here, especially since this Naga, yeah, okay, she's level 3, but still. He might value like another bear more greatly than the Rune Bracers. And the Demon Hunter, Naga, Tinker continue creeping. Did he get a 3rd orb? No, he passed the orb from the Naga to the Tinker. And level 4, 2, 4, 4, 2 soon. That's the IEM who's level 3. He's pulling the red camp already. You know, creeping as quickly as he can here. I mean, he still has a pretty big army. So there's always a chance if SaSe somehow ends up taking a bad engagement. I mean, yeah, 63 supply against 49. And SaSe again has big lumber problems. He's just rebuilding his second Ancient of Lore right now. So while he is held here and while he has extremely strong heroes, the army is still looking not too small on the side of KemPeR. So yeah, as I said, if he gets into a good fight against this, then Wow, another Rune Braces, really? Yeah. Yeah, if he gets into a good fight against this army, then this is still all but lost. Then again, if SaSe gets into a good fight and, you know, ends up dealing a lot of damage to one of the heroes initially, then could still turn out to be quite painful for KemPeR as well. Naga still needs a little while to rebuild. IEM did get a second heal scroll. And SaSe just continues creeping. The Tinker could use level 3 as well. Let's see what he's gonna find here. Hood of Cunning, not what he was hoping for. By the way, the IEM, whatever he found, he sold as well. So no item luck for either of the players at the red camps. And SaSe has broken into low upkeep as well right now, getting 2 more bears. He's got a bunch of wisps again. At this point, he doesn't really need all too much lumber anymore, as he has rebuilt his second Ancient of Lore, as he's got all the upgrades he wants to, or at least you know, Adept and Master upgrades, and Dispel as well on the Dryads. He's got 1 defend upgrade here.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
And the mains are gone. At least the main of SaSe is. KemPeR previously used Call to Arms when the Demon Hunter got stuck there in the back, so he didn't mind for a little while. But his main is going to be out in a couple of seconds as well. So we do have Demon Hunter 4.5, Naga almost 4.5, and Tinker level 3 against almost level 5 IEM and level 3.5 Naga. So a decent XP advantage for SaSe, a total of 2 heal scrolls currently for KemPeR, who is at 72 supply, 2-0 on the Rifleman, Initiate on both the Sorceresses and the Priests. Couple of Breakers. And let's see, what is he adding? Another heal scroll. Wow, so he seems to be very unafraid of hero focus here. Not investing into a invo potion. Keep in mind his gold has ran out. He's moving up here. Okay, the Tree of Eternity is coming, so alright. Looks like we're gonna see perhaps the last big fight here. 72 up against 64. The Tinker is gonna spawn a Pocket Factory, I imagine somewhere out of... Okay, at the bottom here. And KemPeR is gonna have to take this fight up choke. SaSe is gonna have to take this fight up choke as it appears. KemPeR is not willing to let this Tree of Eternity march up here for free. KemPeR also doesn't have to go to set up anything here on his own. He is completely out of golden income. A Wisp in the meantime is scouting for SaSe, so he must realize that he is under no time pressure here to make anything happen. He could actually just turn around with the Tree of Eternity and root down here. And basically leave KemPeR stranded up this choke. Because this might be the worst position in which he could take a fight, where the bears would clump up, where the Dryads and the Naga would have to shoot up choke. So he's not doing so, and it looks like we might see a fight in the middle here though. Next Pocket Factory is coming in the position. The heroes are very far up front here for KemPeR, and this is not the position he wanted to get in here. Needs to fall back, needs to pull the breakers to the front though, if he wants to commit into fighting here. Demon Hunter using an anti-magic potion. He has taken a lot of damage here initially. Staff of Preservation is available on the Naga as well as on the Demon Hunter, but keep in mind the Tree of Eternity is down here, so he's not gonna get staffed close to the Moonwells. So whatever he staffs is going to be out of the fight for a very long time. The first bear is falling, level 5 for the IEM. Demon Hunter is pushing forwards and using the Invo potion right now. Once that is gone, he is going to have to be staffed. The Pocket Factory bear in the back is not really doing all too much. The bears crawling forward though. He has lost 1 thus far, and the human player has lost plenty of units in return, has dropped in supply significantly, and the Demon Hunter actually chooses to use his Town Pot. It looks like the Naga's staff may have been on cooldown, yet at the same time the majority of his bears have taken plenty of damage here, so maybe the TP was the best decision he could have gone for here. Still having 4 bears left standing. Demon Hunter has reached level 5, and KemPeR doesn't have all too many units left standing. 43 supply only against 50, and in those smaller fights, the Demon Hunter and the Naga, okay, the Tinker somewhat as well, they are going to contribute to the battle a lot more than the IEM and the Naga. So the smaller the armies get, the more significant the hero compositions are going to get, and I think the Night Elf is going to have the upper hand in those. Bunch of units on the front have fallen once again. The human army has to fall back. He has to do some miraculous kiting here to somehow get some stuff killed while not really losing anything. But the problem is, on top of that, SaSe is going to secure some more gold income again. The Tinker has reached level 4. The next Rifleman is about to fall. More and more peasants have fallen there in the bag. I think there is probably not a single peasant left standing on the side of KemPeR. Another 2 Riflemen are falling, and he really is falling back in this fight. The bear is going to be staffed easily, as there are 2 staffs of preservation available for the Night Elf. Yeah, bear is staffed, AM is being taken down, and there's the GG. Well played by KemPeR, who has to concede in this first game after a pretty promising push here in the mid game, where he was like down here. Is the game ending at some point? Where he was like down here and had to face this wall of an Ancient of War, an Ancient of Lore, and the shop. And I think it just took him too much time to break in there, because SaSe, for whatever reason, he has waited so long with his tier 3 tech, despite having a very good mid game, and therefore opened up a great window of opportunity for KemPeR. I think KemPeR, after SaSe basically perfectly set up that wall at the bottom of his base, I think KemPeR should have gone around the bottom to the left hand side of the Night Elf base to push in from there, where it was extremely, or way less defended, at least, let's put it like that. But by just pushing against these 3 Ancients, he gave SaSe a lot of time to gather a couple of bears, and he still, despite that, would have had a decent shot in the fight, I think, had he not gotten his AM stuck and killed eventually, and given the chance to SaSe to follow it up with killing the Naga immediately as well. But SaSe was able to get those heroes killed. He was creating a lot of time for himself, crept up, and then won it in the end fights, despite being down in supply a little bit, which isn't all too uncommon in that particular situation. And yeah, therefore he is the one leading 1-0. Maybe the game would have gotten a little bit more close if SaSe would not have had the opportunity of getting the free gold income once the mains ran out. But, you know, the Night Elf is getting that, and that's just what you gotta live with as the opponent. And yeah, therefore SaSe is leading 1-0 here, and we're gonna have a second map, which is going to be Tarina's Stand.